What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. This is G Money with G Money University, where we teach all things of financial abundance and how to break out of this rat race. So I don't gotta hear this damn boss keep telling me to stop taking extra breaks when I don't gotta take the break. So I don't have too much to say today. Today we're gonna be speaking about support and resistance, what it is and how to actually trade it. Let's just jump right into the charts. All right. Now that we're looking at the charts and we can see price action, support and resistance, what is it, right? How do I find support and resistance levels in the market? How do I mark them out? And how can I trade from them to initially gain an edge on the market to start withdrawing funds and start paying my bills so I can eventually quit my job and not hear my boss talk to me about all the breaks I want to take throughout my day?
Do we have a problem? Huh?
So simply, you can think of support as a floor, okay? Let's go ahead and draw out a support level here with price. I see price drop down. I see 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4, and so on. I'm looking at this chart and I can consider this whole area a support level. Now, resistance is going to be the opposite. Resistance is going to be the roof. So if we have support, which is a floor, we're going to go and try to find a resistance level. Now, when looking for a resistance level, it's the same thing as support. However, it's the opposite. So instead of looking for an area where price has came down and been supported by a level, we're going to be looking for the opposite, where price went up and is resisting a roof. So here would be our resistance level. You can see resistance was once support in the past. Price came down, made a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then broke through the floor. It broke support. When support is broken through by price action, it is now considered resistance. The same thing as an apartment. If you fall through the floor on the top story, the floor you just fell through is now your roof. So it's considered resistance. So this is how you find your support and resistance levels on the market. So now that we have the simple terms of what support and resistance is, how do we trade it? And how can we gain an edge on the market to actually start printing money out of this?
I think of a way to get this money by tomorrow. I gotta think of a way to get this money by tomorrow.
So let's go ahead and look at these charts. Right here is a perfect example of support and resistance. You see 1, 2 taps. This is considered support. Price breaks through and closes. What did we speak about? When you fall through the floor and you look up, what once was a floor is now your roof, right? So support that's broken turns into resistance. Resistance that's broken turns into support. So let's go ahead and look at price action. You see we have our support level here. You see price break through and close below support. It's not just a wick. It's not coming down and retracing back up above the level. It's coming down and closing above the level. It's fully broken this support level and turned it into resistance. We come down, retest it once, retest it twice. Now on the second retest, let's go ahead and make this a little bigger. This is where you can now very much see it clear. You see here where this used to be support. It bounced off this and made a higher high. Broke through, retested, and could not break through the roof again. So when resistance cannot be broken through, you can consider that as a key level to take a trade from. This is how you can implement your own strategy using support and resistance and look for an entry. So how do we trade it, right? Now we know what support and resistance is. We know what floors and roofs are, when it breaks and when it breaks. We understand what it is. So we're gonna look here. Once price breaks through support or resistance, but right now we're looking at support. Once price breaks through support, retest. So once it goes back to that level and cannot break it again, that's considered a key level to take a trade from. So how do you take a trade? From here, it's an easy, simple, you wait for a confirmation. So this is a bearish engulfing candle. Price came up to what once was support and is now resistance, created a bearish engulfing candle and dropped right back down to support. This is how the market works. It repeats itself on a daily basis. And if you can simplify it in your mind and add your own trading strategy to it, support and resistance is gonna take you to that next level. Simply, we're gonna enter our trade, price comes up, rejects this. So once price comes up, falls back down. Once price comes up and falls back down, this is no longer support. This is a confluence that this is resistance. Then if you study your candlesticks, you'll see that this is a bearish engulfing candle. You see how we are at a key level. This candlestick has fully engulfed the previous candlestick, giving a confluence that price could reverse or continue with its actual trend. So this is where I would have placed my trade. I would have easily looked for a sell here, short position. If resistance cannot be broken through, you look for sells. If support cannot be broken through, you look for buys. So here, resistance could not be broken. We're gonna enter a sell. Stop loss right above the support level, because if it breaks this, then you wanna be taken out of the trade. But we're gonna put stop loss right above what once was support is now resistance. Put your stop loss right above the resistance level, and you trade simply to your previous support level. So without any other extra edge on the market and whatever else you've learned in the past, simply by understanding support and resistance, you can catch trades and you can print money out of these markets to where you can be financially free and you can learn to live in abundance, and you don't have to work for someone else, and you can work for yourself and be your own boss. That's the whole point of this world. No one wants to work for someone else and be told what to do. We want to be independent and work for ourselves. This trade right here alone, just based off of support and resistance, came to a 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio, which comes down to 283 pips. So 283 points. You could have made your rent, you could have paid your car payment, you could have taken your family on a vacation, depending on whatever you're risking. But simply by understanding support and resistance, you can gain an edge on the market. Thank you for tuning in. Again, this is G Money with G Money University, speaking about support and resistance. On to the next one. Have a great day.